Today we are making barbecue pork loin. First, we are going to make some incisions in the pork, and that is where we are going to put in chunks of garlic to flavor the pork. We're going to slice some of our fresh homegrown sage. And we're just going to stuff a little bit of the sage into the pockets where the garlic is in. And now we're going to take some extra virgin olive oil and we're going to rub it on the pork loin. And now we're going to season with a little bit of kosher sea salt. And some Creole seasoning. And a little bit of grill seasoning. And we season both sides very well with the salt, the Creole seasoning, and a little bit of grill seasoning. And you just rub it all in. Okay, now we are going to be putting in some wood chips, and you can use any wood chips that you like. Today we are using pecan, and apple wood chips would be really good too. Okay, we're just getting them all in there so we can get nice and smoky. Okay, now we're going to place the pork loin in the barbecue grill, fat side up, indirectly for about 2 hours. Okay. Okay, and we are just turning the pork loin around so it cooks evenly. It's been about 1 hour. And we're also adding a few more wood chips to, get nice and smoky. And you just keep adding throughout as necessary. And it'll make the pork nice and smoky tasty. Okay, we are about 140 degrees on the pork loin, and we're just going to flip it over on direct heat for about 5 minutes, and then we'll take it out.
We're wrapping in foil and stuff.
Okay.
Tape it?
Yeah. That looks good. Okay. So now we're gonna let it cook for 5 minutes, then we're gonna take it out, put it in foil, and let it sit.
About 5 minutes on each side.
Okay, now we're going to take the pork loin out. It's just over 150 degrees. It needs to be 160 for, to be done. But we're taking it out slightly early. Okay, now the pork loin is out, and we're gonna wrap it in the foil, and we're just gonna let it sit and redistribute its juices. And we have slightly undercooked this. It's around 150 degrees, and we're gonna let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes, and by then it should have reached 160 degrees, the temperature at which you can eat pork. And it'll be very tender, moist, and juicy, and it won't be overcooked. Okay, this pork loin has been resting for 20 minutes, and now we're just gonna unwrap and slice. And as you can see, wow, look at all that juice. That's gonna be very, very tender. And we did take it out before it reached temperature because it would continue cooking in the foil, and you don't want the pork loin to be overcooked and dry. Okay, now we're just gonna slice the pork loin. You can see how moist and juicy that is. There's some of the sage and garlic. Okay, now that the pork is all sliced up, we're just gonna drizzle some of the pork drippings back on the pork loin. That looks really good. Now, that is gonna be one tender, juicy, and moist pork loin.